I lost my pen. I lost my pen, so it looks like I am being called on to speak. I've been putting this off because I, one, feel like it's not the right time to be speaking about anything except Palestine. Number two, this this book, The Way of Life, saying to do things in quiet and in stillness, not to be looking for fame or ego. And so I'm grappling with this of how to share my lessons while not going into this desire for visibility and attention and to be seen. And so I come with these pieces in mind. I am currently in a very large exploration phase in my life where I feel like I am at a crossroads of knowing what I want my highest self to look like and to be like and what she does. And then the part that I'm being pulled along this wave of my career, my ambition, my drive, being in my masculine, even though where I want to be is in the rest, is in the stillness, is in the deep devotion, and just experiencing love with God. And yet there is this fear of, if I pursue that, how will I sustain myself? How will I be able to make an impact on the world the way that I would have if I chose the path of achievement and success, um, fame that allows for power to serve humanity, while in this space of being in loving devotion, that maybe I won't have that level of abundance and um, power or influence to be able to have others go on their own healing and awakening journeys as well as through the power of storytelling and film. And yet I'm so over working and struggling and suffering. I don't want to live like that anymore. And the other huge piece of this is feeling like, is it okay for me to live in bliss when other people are deeply suffering? My own people, specifically Palestinians. And that it feels as if it is a duty and an obligation for us to be servants for those who are not able to experience this level of peace and freedom that we have the privilege to receive. And so I am in a place of a lot of indecision in my life right now. And I've been reading such beautiful passages, one from a book called The Reflections of Hope, which has gotten me through infidelity and dealing with a lot of grief from the divorce from the person I thought was my soulmate and the love of my life. And so it talks about how this person was driving to like their group meeting and that she had windshield wipers on in like a visualization exercise. She had windshield wipers on that just like continued to spread a huge black mud on the window, and she just kept trying to move it with the windshield wipers instead of letting the rain fall and clear the mud itself. She just kept trying to like smear the mud more and more until she finally rested on the side, let the water pass through, and then she was able to gain that clarity. And this is the phase where I feel like I'm at, that I don't know what's coming next, and yet I do have a deep trust and faith that if I am going in the path of truth and in the path of deep dedication and service to my creator and the one who has pushed, who has guided me through such deep suffering and is so clearly holding me in such a warm and loving embrace that I can rest in that truth and in that faith, in that truth and in that faith and in trust. And so I don't know how this is going to happen. And I have been toying with the idea of doing podcasting and doing YouTube, and yet wanting to understand, why am I doing this? What is my purpose? One is in the space of healing. That was my original path, and yet how can we heal from trauma that is continuing to be ongoing? So figuring out what it is that I'm working, that I'm trying to get across, and also the idea of being consistent with it as well. That is this something that I feel like I want to have this routine, that I have to be posting videos all the time when I want to detach, or I want to um, take a break? Will I be able to do that the way that I can now by not having this regular routine of having to post? And yet, this idea of like doing what you love, maybe while I'm sharing what I love, that I will feel like it's not a job. A lot of questions, a lot of questions. And yet, from my experience with the indecision of getting a divorce or not, I knew that by me letting go and being present today in gratitude and in faith, that the answers will come, that that's exactly what happened. And so gently and so beautifully, the answer came. And it wasn't even at 100%, it was at a 99%. And that was enough. Learning that that could have been enough to be able to make the decision. That I knew where my heart was leaning towards, even if there was still doubt, that that was okay. And so I pray that I'm able to do the same, to let go and to let God lead the way, and to be in gratitude, and to be in deep gratitude for every step. This is a miracle. This is a miracle. This is a miracle. And we have to remember that we are a miracle too. Yesterday, I went to have one of the most beautiful, unplanned experiences of my life, where I heard that the bioluminescence right now in Oaxaca is out of this world, so beautiful and visible. And so I was like, I don't know anything about this, but sure, I'll go have this experience for myself. Why not? Wow. I was on a lake at like 8 p.m., completely pitch black, the most stars I have ever seen, huge lake, and on this boat going through to go to the bioluminescence, which I don't know what bioluminescence is, mind you. But I'm like, okay, like this is absolutely phenomenal. I start to see glowing lights in the water, put my hand in, put my hand out. My hand is sparkling, glowing. The water is glow in the dark. The stars that are above are matching the stars that are on me, which are the drops of water that are glowing. The water is warm. The water was so warm. We all jump in the water. I swim. I'm creating snow angels, angels made out of glowing water. It was literally pure magic, and it was unplanned. I was bawling in the water, looking up at the stars, looking down at the water, glowing stars, mirroring one another. It was another world that I have never experienced before. And that experience, I felt so comforted knowing that I did not plan this. It was a very impulsive, okay, I'll try this thing. and that I know that this is how the decision is going to come as well. It's in this letting go, and that boom, something comes into our lives on the path, unexpected in ways that we never could have imagined, that allow us to fulfill that highest vision of ourselves, the one that we were always meant here to do or to be. It's in the letting go. It's in the letting go. It is in the letting go. Let's see where this journey takes us. I'm sending so much love. Thank you.